Hi everyone, this is the voice of God's CEO Prime Forex Academy, and in this video I want to show you guys how I was able to make $250 trading at XAUUSD, also known as gold, with a very simple breakout strategy, a very simple trading strategy. So I'd like you guys to sit tight and grab a drink. It's going to be a really impactful one, so sit tight. And if you're just joining us for the first time, do well to smash the like and subscribe button for more contents like this. Alright, without saying too much, this is my XAUUSD charts, and I'm sure you can see it from the screen right now. This is my XAUUSD charts. And yes, before I proceed, I'd like to mention that if you're a total beginner and you'd like to learn Forex trading for free, you can get enrolled on our website using the link I'll attach in this video and start trading Forex for free, totally for free. Okay, that's being said, let's proceed to the next step. Okay guys, this is my charts. I mostly trade XAUUSD, also known as gold, on the Forex market. And I believe if you're watching this video, you're not a total beginner to the market. You have some sort of experience, and yeah, you're not a total beginner. So let's proceed. Okay, so quickly, this is my charts. As I kept saying, this is my XAUUSD charts. And I want to show you guys how I was able to make $250 trading XAUUSD with a very simple trading strategy. And I assure you, if you sit tight and stay through this video, you would pick a theme or two to help you take such trades and help grow your trading account. So quickly, there are 4 things I look out for on XAUUSD. Before I place a trade on XAUUSD, also known as gold, there are 4 major things I look out for. And the first one is the trend of the markets, followed by market structure, then I also look at decision zones, and the last point is going to be revealed as we proceed in this video, so yeah, just sit tight. It's going to be a really interesting one. Okay, quickly, from the 3 points I mentioned, these are my confluences. These are the things I look out for before I place a trade on the Forex markets on gold. So what do I mean by trend of the markets? There are basically 2 trends in the markets, and that is the uptrend and the downtrend. Yeah, the uptrend and downtrend. So before I place a trade on the Forex market, I try to establish the overall trend, and I'll show you how I do that in a second. So first of all, for the uptrend, is how I determine if the market is generally in an uptrend or downtrend. It's pretty simple. So I just head over to my list of from my time frame to my list of different time frames on my chart. And here, as you can see, we have the daily 4 hours. Sure, you're all conversant with these environments. This is your trading view charts. So yeah, these are the time frames, and we have the 1 hour, 1 week, 1 month, 4 hours, 3 hours, and so on and so forth. So to establish the overall trend, I firstly look at the daily time frame, and I click on 1 day. And yes, to determine an uptrend, I would like to see price form this pattern. This is it. I like to see price push up, reverse back, break that high, come back, do the same thing. Yes, and finally it does this. So yes, whenever I see price make this movements, I establish that price is in or market is generally in an uptrend. Yes, so when I see price do this, yes, I decide and establish that market is in an uptrend. Okay, so that's for an uptrend. And for a downtrend, I look out for price movements in this direction. Don't worry, I'll explain further as you proceed. So I expect price to pull down, pull back up, go down, And guys, these market structures, I'm going to explain them in great detail as we proceed. I just want to give you all a graphical illustration of what I mean. So yeah, once I see price do this, yes, I determine that price is in a downtrend. Once it does this, and once it gives me this, I determine that price is in an uptrend. So quickly, these patterns are usually recognized in what we call higher highs and higher lows. So for price to be in an uptrend, price has to form higher highs and higher lows. Higher highs and higher lows. So this is what I mean. This right here is a previous high that was formed by price. And give me one second, let me get the tool I'll be using to illustrate this. So yeah, if you mark out this point, this is the first high that was created. Let me highlight this a bit so we can all see this. Oh, nice. Okay. So if you see this point, this is where price reversed from. This is the first high price created. And then when price got to this point, it broke out. Yes, forming a new high. Came back to test or retest this previous high and kept going upwards. Likewise, the downtrend. So for an uptrend, I expect price to make higher highs. The first high, the second high. So this is a higher high and higher lows. This was the first low. So when price broke out, it formed the second low. So this low is higher than this low. And that's exactly what I used to determine the trend. So if I see price action move like this, I establish that price is, or market is in an uptrend. And if I see price make this movement, or I see price action form this way, keeps providing. So for a downtrend, I expect price to make lower highs and lower lows. So what do I mean by that? You notice price made this low at first. This is the first low, pulled back up, broke that low, and came back. So it formed a lower low. You get me? This was the first low it formed, and this is the second low. So these are the two things I look out for to establish the overall trend of the market. So now let me just get back on the charts and show everyone what's happening. So I think I have to reset my charts for this one. Okay, so yeah, basically and clearly, if we can see, market has been consistently forming a higher high and higher low. Oh, and this, sorry, give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so if you see on our charts, price has consistently been forming a higher high. It formed this high, came back down, took out this high, came back down at this point, and it took out this high. So it's clear, it's obvious that market is in an uptrend. Sorry, yes. Remember I said whenever price makes movement of higher highs, that's when it's in an uptrend. So clearly you can all see that there was a push here. It was a push from here to the top. Price reversed and market took out this high. So we can clearly mark this zone. Can clearly mark this zone. Yeah. So this is where price came here and reversed from these points. Okay. So price came here, reversed from these points and formed the higher high. Okay, so let's proceed to the next step. So clearly we can see that gold is an uptrend. I want to show you guys my confluences, the things that I look out for. So clearly I've established that gold is in an uptrend. Let me delete this real quick. Gold is in an uptrend. Okay, so the first thing on my lists have been checked out. Gold is in an uptrend. Remember I said there are 4 things I look out for, and this is trend of the market structure. So clearly the uptrend determining the trend has already ticked off 2 major confluences, because market structure can only form with higher highs and higher lows in an uptrend and lower highs and lower lows in a downtrend. I mean, if you have any questions, feel free to drop in the comment section and explain them. So we can clearly see that the markets are in an uptrend. So now I've established that, what do I do next? I go down to the time frame, to lower time frames like the 4 hours, to mark out what I call decision zones. And so let me just quickly show you guys the trade I took, the one I made $250 from. Just give me 1 second, let me get to that. Yes, I have to reset my charts now. Just 1 second. That was on the 1st of April. So yeah. Okay, yes, I think I found it. Found it, guys. So this was it. I'm going to leave a screenshot on the trade I took, on the proof of the trade I took. Yes. So yeah, this is it. So yeah, what happened was, as you all know, I came up in the morning and I checked out the trend and I saw that gold was in a steady uptrend. Was in a steady uptrend, yes. So what did I do? I looked out for, after understanding establishing the trend, the overall trend, which is an uptrend. Next up, I looked out for decision zones. How do I mark out decision zones? These are actually really, really simple. The way I do it, I basically look out for places where price came and reversed from. Like for example, here, this is a point where, as you can see, price came here, broke out, came back to this point here. So I basically just mark out this point where price reversed from as a decision zone. I call it decision zone. Not people call it supply and demand zone, but I call it decision zones. And the key in getting this strategy, or the most important thing in getting this strategy, is the ability to mark out proper decision zones. If you're able to mark out proper decision zones, then you're 100% good to go and ready to go. So the way I mark it out is, I look for points on the 1 hour or 4 hour time frame. I look for points where price came, reverse from there first. I wait for the first reversal. So I wait for when price comes to that point, reverses from there, breaks out from that point, and comes back to test it. So now I can establish that this point is a decision zone, is a clear decision zone. This is where market respects. This is a zone where price did not consolidate. I believe you understand what consolidation is. Is a price where market just made a certain decision either to go up or come down. So here it made it and I marked the zone. That's the exact same thing I did here. And at this point, I marked out the zone. And also, yeah, I made mention of 3 things. I left out the 4th one, which I'm going to make mention of now. So I remember I said, after determining the trend, the next thing I look out for is market structure, and determining the trend helps me determine the market structure. So those are already 2 things. I've checked off my complaints. So now the 3rd thing I look out for is the number of reversals from that point. Yes, the number of reversals from that point. And from observation and from experience, I have noticed that whenever price reverses 3 times from a decision level, or whatever you may call it, I like to call them decision level, whenever price reverses at least 3 times from that zone, next move is for price to break that zone. So let's scale down to the 15 minutes time frame, because that's where I took my entry. Let's get 1 second. And let's scale down to that. That was on the 1st of April. So yes. So if you zoom in, you can see price came here after establishing the overall trend. So basically, whenever market is an uptrend, it's in an uptrend, you should be looking out for buys. And when it's in a downtrend, you should be looking out for sales. So when I notice that price came here, this is the first point of reversal. 1. Let's mark that out to show you guys this work, to just pay attention and follow close here. So from the first reversal, this is the second reversal. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comment section. This is the second reversal. It actually did the 3rd time. This is the 3rd reversal. Notice is all I made these observations on the 15 minutes time frame, a 3rd time. So after price reversed 3 times from this zone, So coming from when it reversed, that's the first one. Reverse taken as a